I'm Brad Remillard, one of the founding partners of Impact Hiring Solutions. We are a retained executive search firm headquartered in Southern California. Before I begin, I want to let you know at the very end of this video, I'm going to give you some free places, some free resources and tools you can use to dramatically change your job search and reduce your time in search. And when I say free, I honestly and truly mean 100% free, and they're there only for one reason: to help you. And there's no obligation behind this. I want to talk to you today about a pretty powerful statement. Traditional resumes are worthless. We believe stop using the traditional resume. Traditional resumes are based upon a lot of fact about the candidate. I have seen, in my 30 years as a recruiter, hundreds of thousands of resumes. 98% are generic, read the same, boring, one-size-fits-all, average resumes. And what that signals to me and to the reader is the candidate is generic, boring, average candidate. In this economy, companies are not looking for that candidate. Companies are looking for that very unique, very special candidate that stands out. And if your resume doesn't stand out, and like most of my clients and candidates tell me, they get 300-400 resumes and they all look the same. Candidates say the same thing. I put my resume in and nobody ever calls me back. That's because your resume doesn't get to the underlying motivation of the reader. That's the key to a resume. So how do you do that? How do you get to the underlying motivations of that reader so they will pick up the phone and call you? It's relatively simple. Stop thinking of your resume as a resume. Start thinking of it as a marketing document. Change your paradigm to a marketing document. A marketing document is not about you. A marketing document is not about the company. It's not even about the product. A marketing document is about the reader, getting to the underlying motivations of that reader so that reader gets so excited they either want to buy your product or somehow engage you. And in this case, you're the product. You need to create a document that reader will get so excited they're going to pick the phone up and call you. Now recognize, there's only one purpose for a resume. That's to get the interview. A resume is not to get the job. And too many resumes are written all about the candidate and how they're going to get the job. Wrong role of a resume. You have to write a resume, marketing document, that is very targeted, to the point, and gives measurable results. That's getting to the underlying motivation of the reader. You want that reader to look at all those generic resumes and then come to your resume and say, wow, finally somebody that can show me the results they're getting. This is exciting. Let me give you a specific example how to do that. This was an actual resume of a candidate of mine. This is with a bullet point: substantially reduced turnover in the first year. There's no excitement there. There's no emotional attachment there. There's no wow factor there. So we changed it to this: reduced turnover from over 55% to less than 10% in my first year. This resulted in an estimated savings of $150,000 in just hiring costs. It also dramatically increased the quality of work, completely eliminated errors, and reduced overtime by 90%, resulting in a cost savings from the previous year of $200,000. Now, this is long. It was done that way intentionally. But notice, the first and second sentences are standalone. You could just use those sentences as their own bullet point. And with that, you get to the underlying motivation. You get to a person who's got individual turnover problems in their company or in their department. And you get to the cost savings, the time frame, and how much you're going to reduce it. Let me leave you with this thought. cost savings is just as good as generating revenue. It still hits the bottom line and makes the company profitable. So I promise you some free resources. If you're a professional, I can't encourage you enough to get on LinkedIn and begin to get your contacts on LinkedIn, and then get involved in the LinkedIn groups. We have a LinkedIn group called Impact Hiring Solutions Job Search Networking Group. We have, 3,000 people in that group that you can put your profile up and 3,000 people are going to see you. Let me give you a teaser. We have, 150 articles up there on every topic of search. You want to know how to answer the question, tell me about yourself? There are multiple excellent articles that describe how to answer that one question, and it's free. Go to our website. You can see it in yellow, impacthiringsolutions.com. Scroll down the first page to what's new and download for free an example cover letter that we've used that gets results. As a recruiter, I love it. My clients like it, and I've gotten candidates call me back and say, this is fantastic. And it's free. And Mondays from 11 to noon Pacific time, if you're not doing anything, tune in to WWW LA Talk Radio, where we talk about hiring and job search issues with my partner, Barry Deutsch. In fact, we'll even talk directly to you, work your specific issue, and help you with whatever issue in your hiring you're having a problem with. And finally, over 3,000 people have downloaded this free chapter. We believe the phone interview is such a critical interview because if you don't get past the phone interview, you'll never get the job. That we made this chapter available. It's 100% free. Go to impacthiringsolutions.com, click the free tab on top, and download this chapter totally free to help you win your next phone interview. So stop thinking about traditional resumes, get to the underlying motivations of the reader, and begin to think about your resume as a marketing document. I'm Brad Remillard with Impact Hiring Solutions.